I'm sure that you have heard the name Aldalfo, a ladies' man who wins acclaim Aldalfo. Well, lovely miss, I am the same Aldalfo. I introduce myself, I am Aldalfo. Not so fast. So just in case you didn't hear Aldalfo, I'll try to make it very clear, Aldalfo. The lovely ladies always cheer, Aldalfo. And I repeat to myself, I am Aldalfo.
That's very good. That's very good. Okay. Okay. It's very good. It's the same thing twice though. So ish. I'm just wondering if you could do, if you're going to do 16, you can maybe do the bridge a little bit. But I don't know if you can. Sing it very slowly. Okay. I'm not sure, but let me go back for a second. There's a lot of good stuff, and you have a great voice too. How old are you?
15.
Yeah, you have a great voice. It's a little unclear to me though, whether you're specifically saying, well, lovely miss, I am the same Aldalfo. So in a sense, you're singing to one person, but you don't have to be. You could be singing to everybody, and then at one point you could see the miss. But right now, what I'm getting is like, I'm sure that you have heard the name. It's just random head movements. So it's like, remember I said there's an individual song and a group song. You're making this into a group song, which is fine, but pick your focuses. It's like, I'm sure that you have heard the name Aldalfo, another one. And if you want, whatever, but right now, I just don't know what's happening. So just when you focus, when you focus, just, and this is something that, you're allowed to practice this. You're allowed to be, I don't like rigid, like, I am Aldalfo. Like, I don't like rigid actual movements that are added per se, but you're allowed to decide, like, how do I want to do this focusing? And then if you want, you could sort of free it up maybe when you do the audition, like you could change it. But I think you specifically have to figure out what you're going to do. So try it again, and really, why don't you just pick a different focus at the beginning of each two-measure phrase, da, 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 boom. And each time you see a different lady that means something to you. So it's like, a fat one, a young one, old one, whatever it is, but have a different sort of take on each one and the technique you would use to win them. So when you change focus, there's something there, but don't change focus in the middle of your singing. It's like da 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 da, skinny, da 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 da, ugly, da da da, whatever it is, like give me something, okay? Let's try it again. I'm sorry. One other thing is like, because I really got like nod. I'm sure, and remember I want the whole nod, I'm in character, and the situation is like, I'm amazing looking, I know you're looking at me. So it's like, find that. It's like, don't take an hour and a half to find it. It's like, nod, I'm amazing looking, and then have that internalized cue line, which is like, I know you're talking about me, or right, whatever it is, or écoutez, whatever. French, he's actually Spanish. So whatever it is, but have that internalized cue line. So when I begin the music, it's like, I know I'm amazing looking, and then internalized cue line, which is like, here we go, or whatever it is, like, I know you love me. Say something to yourself before you sing, okay? That's internalized cue line. Here we go.
I'm sure that you have heard the name Aldalfo, a ladies' man who wins acclaim Aldalfo. Well, lovely miss, I am the same Aldalfo. I introduce myself, I am Aldalfo. Not so fast. So just in case you didn't hear Aldalfo.
Good, I love the dancing, but it's still that. So the not so fast, I feel.
Yeah, it's like perfect.
Right, but you have to make that work if you're going to say it. So it could be that you do see someone leaving. So, I am Aldalfo, not so fast. Make it mean something, because right now it's just like, it's dialogue. So you're like, I have to say it, and I'll say it with an accent, but I won't really make it specific. Right. So either change what you're going to say, which is like second verse. I mean, you can say, you're allowed to change. You're not allowed to change, like, I don't know, like, specific lyrics that we all know. But this is a comedy song. So it's like, and that's just a weird dialogue. So you can make it something else, you know, so you could be like, take it up 2 steps. So if, I mean, you're totally allowed to do that, modulate, please. Like, you don't have to do not so fast. But if you're gonna do not so fast, it's gotta be specific. So, I mean, you can say like E minor, please, because that is where the modulation happens. Yeah. So, say something else there. And also, you know, you can cut a measure, because right now, there's 2 measures for her line and for your line. So if you want, I am Adolfo. So we can cut that 1 measure so it just goes right. So say that line right on that 1 measure, and I don't have to fill so much. Right. So what it's going to be like, I introduce myself, I am Adolfo. Take it up a step. So it's, you know, do that. So I'll cut out that 1 measure. Can you tell when it's for this role? Final callback. But then I had to turn it down because I had another Broadway show, The Ritz. Did you catch that on camera? Anyway, where was I? Okay, so this one, it's getting a little, here's the thing. Don't rely on like, I'm making weird moves and it's funny. It still has to be from a character, and it is funny, but it has to be from a character place, which is like, this is the move that shows off my amazing pecs. Or it's like, look at my waist. So everything you do has to have a subtext, because what happens, like what's sort of funny to like your friends or your non-friends, it's like, oh my God, he's being so wacky, that's not him in real life. But in actual audition, it's gonna be like, he's just making stupid moves. So just make sure, and you're fine, you're kind of between the both. So it really makes, for the second verse where you're getting weirder, it has to be like, I'm seducing you with my amazing dance moves, even though they're like crazy awkward. You know, and that's sort of the joke. So make sure that's your meaning, that it's like, I am hot. Okay, not just like, look how weird I am, I made this up at home. Okay, so don't forget that cut is gonna be, I am Adolfo, bun dun dun, then we're in a new key. And whatever line you wanna say, you can say not so fast if you want, but make it very specific. It's like, you could tell she wants to go to the bathroom, you're like, not so fast, okay? Or here comes the best part, whatever you want. Okay, so well, lovely miss from there. Well, lovely, 1, 2, 3.
Well, lovely miss, I am the same Adolfo. I introduce myself, I am Adolfo. Not so fast, so just in case you didn't need Adolfo, I'll try to make it very clear, Adolfo. Lovely ladies always cheer, Adolfo. When I repeat myself, I am Adolfo.
Very good. So that was much better. Totally applause. So the not so fast was so much better, wasn't it? Because it was specific. So that was very good. There has to still be a journey to the song, though. So I feel by the end, you've won over, you know, maybe this chick is like, will you marry me? So the lovely ladies always cheer, Adolfo. Right now, it's a little, it's just sort of being sung, and it's kind of a movie came up with, where it has to be like, it worked, like she's proposing to me. So just have that some subtext of like, aha, when I repeat myself, and the whole I am Adolfo is like, you have to, even though you're saying I'm Adolfo, it's got to either be like, I'm already married, or like, I'm a bigamist, so yes, let's get married. Whatever, but have some kind of crazy subtext. So it's not just I am Adolfo. It's like, give me, how much money do you make? Whatever it is, like make it mean something, and then have a really solid ending. I am Adolfo, like whatever it is, but some kind of sexy, I'm an amazing sex god. So it's not just the same. It's a very kind of linear song, so you've got to add your own sass to it. So the lovely ladies always cheer from there, where it's like finally you're winning over the whole crowd. And then at the end, I am Adolfo, they propose, and either you're rejecting them or you're like, yes, let me have 5 wives, whatever it is. The lovely ladies, 1, 2, 3.
The lovely ladies always cheer Adolfo. When I repeat myself, I am Adolfo.
Exactly. So that's what you have to do with this. It's very good. It's really good in your voice, and it's a very strong character part. So it's like, it's an audition song you can only use for like a strong, like Kiss Me Kate or Spamalot. I mean, for like a weird show, you're gonna be a character, but it can't be like your signature. Your signature audition song has to sort of be like, here I am. Like, that's why the Songs for New World is good. Just like, here I am, I'm kind of presenting my personality with its quirks and my funniness, but this is so strong character that you can't like audition for like, Oklahoma. Oh, I mean, I guess for Ali Hakim you can't. I mean, the point is you have to be going in for a character part, but it's very good. So I would just say to you, just don't. The other thing is, when you do comedy, just tickle. My friend Jack and I would say, like, tickle yourself. Like, do something that you think is funny. So don't just be like, I don't know, like, I know people will find this funny. More like, think you need to think it's funny, and then on top of that, have a specific subtext. Have it come from a real place, not just like, my body's in a weird position. Be like, like, I'm showing off my wrist muscle. Like, I mean, it has to actually mean something. But that was it, and you have a great voice. Excellent. And ixnay on the long introduction, so started there. And I cut this measure. Now, you shouldn't have this page turn. It'd be good if you had it photocopied, so that way there's no page turn, and that way this measure that I cut out, you could just just block it out, and then it goes there, and then if you can, have someone just write in like bum, 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 some kind of specific ending for you to do. But